Hey guys, this is going to be a super quick tutorial on masking technique. Masking is a way to put a background behind your foreground, so you can your primary image looks like it is behind, or pardon me, in front of something in the background. So in this case, we're going to have snow in the background. So I have stamped my image on the watercolor paper. Mainly the reason I'm using the watercolor paper is there will be some watercoloring on this card as well. I have also stamped onto an all over post-it note, so there's sticky all over the back of this. Stamp the image on, cut it out very close to the lines, and then I'm going to put this is called your mask. I'm going to set my mask, stick it over my main image. So you can see that now my mask covers all of my main image. You can also see that this mask has been used before because they can be used over and over again. The next step then is going to be to put embossing ink and embossing powder over the image. So I am using Stampin' Up's Iridescent Ice Embossing Powder, as well as Distress Oxide Tumbled Glass by Tim Holtz. The oxides are a wetter medium. They are a pigment instead of a dye ink, so they have a little bit longer of an open time. They do not have as much open time as Versamark or other embossing inks do. So normally I would stamp all of my snowflakes and then go over all of my snowflakes at one time with my embossing powder. I'm afraid that the ink will dry too fast and my embossing powder won't stick to it, so I don't want to do that with this image. So I'm just going to stamp it probably 3 times, I think, to get all the snowflakes that I want on here. So I'm leaving a space on that one. I'll come back and put another snowflake in its place. So I'm just going to stamp each one of these images and then put embossing powder on it. I'll pick up all the embossing powder in just a second. So I want to get a little bit of a stamp up here. So I'm just going to grab this one right there. And it didn't stamp as well as I would have liked it, but that's okay. It'll be fine. And I'm going to put some embossing powder on it. And I think I'm going to go a little bit lower over here and do another snowflake over here. I'm going to re-ink my stamp because I think that was part of the problem. I didn't ink it well enough. And I'm going to go, I don't want a whole stamp, so I think I'm just going to grab this guy and stick him right here. Stamp with purpose. You're not doing CPR. So then you're going to heat emboss this just like normal with your heat gun. And afterward, you'll pull off your mask and it will look like this. So now it looks like the snowflakes are behind the snowman. Next step will be to watercolor the snowman, and there will be pictures on the instructions for that. So that is the masking technique.